Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. This phrase originated sometime in the 18th century, but it could not have been more relevant today, especially when one is talking about the tensions at the line of actual control. This is the undefined border dividing India and China, the two nuclear-armed Asian giants. The last 30 days have been among the most tense in the history of the LAC. 20 Indian troops died in action in the Galwan skirmish on the 15th of June. An unspecified number of Chinese troops were killed. There have been multiple rounds of talks, a lot of rhetoric and many top-level visits, but how much of this has resulted in de-escalation along the line of actual control? We'll look at this over the next 3 minutes. Let me start by telling you that 1 month on, China has not revealed any casualty numbers. No surprises there. But what is almost unprecedented is India's approach, India's response to this standoff. New Delhi knows it is dealing with a difficult neighbor, so it is sending a message of peace and at the same time not mincing words while warning China against future provocation. What New Delhi is also doing is setting new traditions and preparing for the worst. On the 3rd of July, Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Indian troops at Ladakh. Like we told you earlier, Indian leaders rarely visit front lines. The Prime Minister sent a message of peace from Ladakh. He also told Beijing that the age of expansionism is over. This morning, Ladakh saw another high-profile visit. India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh landed with top defence officials. He reviewed the ground situation, he visited forward military locations and interacted with the troops. The Defence Minister also addressed Indian soldiers at the Lukung post near the Pangong Lake. His message had the same tone as that of the Prime Minister. He said that India believes in Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, meaning the world is one family. But India is not shy of giving a befitting reply to any provocation.
हम अशांति नहीं चाहते, हम शांति चाहते। हमारा चरित्र रहा है कि हमने दुनिया के किसी भी देश के स्वाभिमान पर चोट पहुंचाने की कभी कोशिश नहीं की। लेकिन यह भी मैं कह देना चाहता हूं दो टूक शब्दों में, यदि कोई दुनिया की ताकत हमारे स्वाभिमान पर चोट पहुंचाने की कोशिश करेगी तो उसे किसी भी सूरत में हम बर्दाश्त नहीं करेंगे, उसका हम मुंहतोड़ जवाब देने के लिए भी तैयार रहेंगे।
The Defence Minister added, whatever talks have happened so far, these are his words, the matter should be resolved. But to what extent it would be resolved, I cannot guarantee. In other words, China cannot be trusted. So India spoke to China in the language it understands best. From tanks carrying out military exercises to para-drops by Indian troops, Delhi displayed its military muscle. Beijing, of course, was watching all of this. China has promised peace, but how much of this promise does it plan to keep? To answer this, let's look at the situation along the LAC a month since the Galwan skirmish. There's been a pullback at patrolling points 14, 15 and 17A. Indian troops and the PLA have created a buffer zone of 1 to 4 kilometers, meaning at these patrolling points, the two sides are no longer eyeball to eyeball. At the Pangong Lake, there remains a problem though. Remember, the LAC here runs through water and mountain folds jutting into the lake are called fingers. The Chinese troops had come till the finger 4. Now they've gone back to finger 5. But this is far from complete withdrawal because India insists that the PLA return to the pre-standoff position, that is, return to finger 8. Clearly, there's been little progress in the Pangong Tso in the last 1 month. There have been several rounds of diplomatic and military level talks between India and China in the last 30 days. Officials of the Indian Army and the PLA have met thrice since the skirmish. The first military-level talks were on the 22nd of June. The last round was held on the 14th of July. There have also been 2 rounds of diplomatic talks between the two sides. There was also a phone conversation between India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi. This was on the 5th of July. But how much of this will convert into complete de-escalation or disengagement, as they're calling it? Like the Indian Defence Minister said, when it comes to China, there is no guarantee. So I end with where I started. The best way forward for India would be to hope for the best and prepare for the worst.